All right, my friends, coming at you live from Georgia Tech. Moving out today. Moving my daughter from out of Georgia Tech here today. Hard to believe it's been almost a year since you guys were with me when I moved her down here back in August of 2018. Well, a year has gone by, so now I had to move all her stuff out of here, waiting on her, whatever a TA is. I'm not even sure what a TA stands for anymore, to come do a walkthrough in her apartment, make sure it's not messed up too much. You know, they're always going to find something wrong, so that way they can make you pay more. You see Midtown Atlanta behind me. You see the torch from the Centennial Park where the Olympics were, where our man was falsely accused. I forgot that guy's name off the top of my head. They did a video on him, which I want to watch. The guy is just a working class guy, man, working security. I forgot the guy's name. They screwed him over big time. Now he did get paid and for being falsely accused, but you know, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scumbags, man, because that guy was innocent as the day is long, and yet they made it seem like he was he did something wrong with that bombing right there. I think a guy got killed. Turned out to be that Eric Rudolph guy. What was that guy's name? I can't remember. I'm glad I can't remember because I don't really want to remember him for the lies the media told for sure. But anyway, there's Atlanta behind us. It's Midtown. Traffic never stops. Isn't that great? Traffic, and you can see down here, people are trying to move their kids out and everything. There's always going to be traffic in Atlanta, and you can see up there, it's a hot day, about 85 degrees, a little bit of a breeze, which feels good. What else I want to say about this? Georgia Tech Stadium is, you can't see it from here, but the football stadium is right over there. And my daughter next year, for the second semester, she'll be going most likely a study abroad, and she's thinking about Australia, which is cool, man. I mean, look, I'm not a big fan of colleges anymore. I think college is way overpriced. You don't get nearly out of it what you put in terms of financial. I don't like the liberalism that's dominating college, the fascists, essentially. I think in some of the other areas, you know, the sciences and math, they've been able to avoid that to some degree. But now I'm reading some of these places that even if you get a degree in engineering, you got to take some courses in social justice and stuff, and that's insane. For the price they cost, I'm not spending friggin' $3,000 to learn your stupid left-wing liberation theory stuff from the Jesuit Catholic Church and whatnot. It's nuts. But with that said, I mean, being able to go to Australia, study abroad for 6 months, that's just friggin' awesome. Especially now that she still has the Zell Miller, and the Zell Miller in Georgia means she doesn't have to pay tuition. It's completely free. She still has to pay room and board. She does. I mean, hell, I'm not paying for it. I'll tell you that right now. But for what's going on, but you know, $15,000 to get a degree from Georgia Tech in linguistics or computer science or engineering, you can't beat that, man. I think a lot of people do probably fail out when they come down here initially because I think when you're used to just riding on your potential, you get to Georgia Tech and all of a sudden you realize you got to do more than just potential. I think a lot of kids have a hard time with that. I don't know that, but I imagine in that way they become they get real nervous, like, man, this is harder than I thought. I think that'd be a challenge for sure, especially if you're in a school where just showing up you got to be. And it's not like that here, which in a way it kind of stinks because people who go get a degree in communications from Podunk U versus a science degree in physics from Georgia Tech, you have to maintain it. I think it's a 3.5 to keep the Zell Miller. And look, nothing wrong with the communications degree from Podunk U, but I mean, in terms of the amount of coursework, the physics degree at Georgia Tech is going to be harder. And so why would you be more inclined to lose your Zell Miller for physics than someone getting a degree into communications from Podunk U? And that's a problem because we want more people in sciences and technologies and things like that. We want less people in the social sciences because, I mean, let's admit it, social sciences are basically, it's a employment for the administrators of universities who are getting rich off the back of poor and middle-class people. The rich people can afford it. The poor and middle class have been sold a bill of goods that college is the escape to the riches and all that. And the funny thing is they always say the average salary of someone who graduated from college is $60,000. The average salary from someone who didn't graduate from college is $40,000. So they say, look, there's a 50% premium on how much you get earning more from graduating from college. And the problem is, just like anything when you're using the averages, the doctors, the anesthesiologists, the radiologists are making $500,000. They skew the averages way up here. Inherently, those guys are going to have college degrees. It's just all there is to it. So because those guys have college degrees, and the people who don't have college degrees, other than entrepreneurs, and some of those entrepreneurs are going to be making bucks for sure. But there's every single doctor you talk to has a college degree. That's just a fact. You can see the cops when you see the traffic, nice. But yet every single person who didn't graduate from college will not be an anesthesiologist. It's just no other way around that. The hedge fund titans over there from Harvard Business School, all of them graduate from college. But what they got to do is you got to do it the median. I don't know what the median is, and you got to say, okay, don't look at the average wage versus a college degree versus not. What's the median? Because the median would be more inclined to show you the real numbers. It's still going to be higher. I get that. A lot of people don't go to college, aren't going to work in high-paying jobs. I get that. But does that mean that everybody and their mom should go? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Can you be an electrician without being a college degree? Yes, absolutely. Does that make you stupider? No. It makes you probably more efficient at your money management, because you're saying, I can get a better job that's in high demand and right out of the gate making money versus going to some 4 or 5 year school or in communications. It doesn't make sense. So, or being a journalism degree, for heaven's sake. So I don't buy into this whole thing with college. I never really bought into it that much, to be honest with you. I went in the Army because I knew that's the only way I could afford it. I couldn't afford to go to school otherwise. And so the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, they paid it for me, but I wasn't going to be able to afford college. I never would have gone if it wasn't for the GI Bill, ever. And I'm glad I did. That's where I met my wife. You know, I was able to learn some critical thinking there for sure. I just don't know if that's still the case today so much. But I'm proud of my daughter. She's done good so far. I'm proud of her. Now, the other three coming up, man, I don't know. Wherever they want to go, I'm fine with that. I don't really care that much. I just, it always comes down to not taking on debt. If you can get out of there with not taking on debt, if you get a college degree and no taking on debt, more power to you. I'd have no qualm with that whatsoever. But if you get out with $100,000 of debt, or I was listening to some guy the other day griping, she had $70,000 of debt with like a history degree or something like that, and she was all flustered like, this isn't fair, I shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, you dug your grave, sister. You chose your path. No one put a gun to your head and said you have to take $70,000 in debt to get a degree in freaking history. You did that. And so she's griping, saying, it's not fair for a college student to have to get out of debt, have to pay for the next 15, 20 years of debt when I have $70,000. And someone had to pay that money. Take it up with the freaking administration. And not the political administration, but the universities. They're the ones getting rich off you. Don't blame America. America should pay for you. No, it doesn't work like that. There's no reason you should cost $70,000 to get a degree in history. You can go on MIT online, open course software, open course, I don't know what it's called. It's all free. Just do that. But anyway, I just find it interesting how quickly time flies. When we brought her and I took that picture of us dropping her off, and now here I am today. One shoulder surgery away, one nose surgery behind me, and